I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
Camilla just made a bold move that shocked the royal family. It goes directly against what Queen Elizabeth wanted, and now Prince William can't believe what's happening. Behind palace doors, things are getting tense. This isn't just family drama, it could change everything we thought we knew about the monarchy.
This is the moment. This is the moment when London, when the UK, when the Commonwealth says thank you to her.
Queen Elizabeth II wasn't just the longest reigning monarch in British history, she was the glue that held the royal family together. For over 70 years, she kept the crown steady through scandals, family fights, and public pressure. But behind all the royal rules and big events, the Queen had one clear wish: peace in the family. She didn't say it loudly or with drama, but it was clear through her words and actions. She wanted her family to stay united, even when things got rough, like with Prince Harry stepping back or Meghan Markle's interviews shaking up headlines. The Queen kept things calm. Her way was simple: handle everything with dignity, keep things private, and respect each other no matter what.
Such is the way human beings have a huge propensity for good, and yet a capacity for evil. Even the power of faith, which frequently inspires great generosity and self-sacrifice, can fall victim to tribalism. But through the many changes I have seen over the years, faith, family, and friendship have been not only a constant for me.
In her 2018 Christmas speech, she didn't name names, but her message was strong. She said that even if people have big differences, the first step is always respect. That one sentence told the whole story. She wanted her family to stop the drama and focus on being kind, not just for the cameras, but in real life too. She also talked about community, togetherness, and showing love, especially during hard times. In her final Platinum Jubilee message, she said she hoped people would come together and celebrate, not just for the event, but to build connections. That message wasn't only for the public. It was a quiet nudge to her own family too. When Queen Elizabeth passed away, many people wondered if her final wishes would be honored. She didn't leave behind a public family rulebook, but those close to her knew what she valued most: loyalty, unity, and carrying the royal name with grace. She gave Camilla her blessing to become queen consort. She made peace with Harry and Meghan's choices, even if they didn't line up with tradition. She stood by Prince Andrew during tough times, but made it clear that reputation mattered. She never played favorites. She played fair. Her final years were all about smoothing out tension. She wanted no bad blood left behind, no long fights, just a strong, united family that could move forward with respect. That was her true legacy.
May thy servant Camilla, who wears this crown.
Since Queen Elizabeth passed, Camilla has stepped into a much bigger role. She's now queen consort, something the late queen clearly supported before her death. But here's where things get interesting. Some of Camilla's choices since then have raised a lot of eyebrows, especially inside the royal family. It feels like she's doing things her own way, and not everyone is thrilled. One of the first big changes Camilla made was with her staff. Instead of keeping the traditional ladies-in-waiting like the Queen had, she brought in what she now calls Queen's Companions. Sounds modern, right? That's the whole point. She didn't want all the old rules and stiff roles. She wanted people around her who felt more like friends than formal staff. Some people thought it was a fresh take, others felt like she was tossing royal tradition out the window. Then, there's her behavior during public events. Camilla's not just standing beside King Charles, she's helping control the spotlight. During a recent royal visit to Italy, she was caught on camera giving Charles a little tap with her handbag. The message was clear: time to wrap it up. It was a subtle move, but it got people talking. Queen Elizabeth had her own secret signs too, like moving her purse to signal her staff. But for Camilla to step in and guide the king like that, it showed she's not afraid to take charge even in public. She's also been picking up new roles. A bunch of charities and patronages that Queen Elizabeth used to support have now been passed down. Camilla didn't just accept them quietly, she's made them a priority. She's attending events, making speeches, and trying to keep the Queen's legacy alive. But again, some critics say she's changing the tone too much. They feel the old way had more grace, more tradition, and less personal flair. The truth is, Camilla is walking a very fine line. She's trying to modernize the monarchy without breaking the foundation it stands on. But every move she makes seems to split opinion. Some say she's brave, others say she's ignoring the Queen's quiet style. Prince William has always been close to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. He looked up to her not just as the queen, but as a strong guide for how the royal family should act. She believed in tradition, quiet strength, and keeping the royal image solid and respectful. So when Camilla started making bold changes after the queen's passing, William was reportedly caught off guard. One of the first surprises was when Camilla replaced the queen's longtime tradition of ladies-in-waiting. Instead of keeping these formal roles, she brought in her own team called Queen's Companions. It might sound like a small thing, but to someone like William, it meant more than just a title change. To him, these small traditions are what hold the royal family together. They're not just old habits, they're signs of respect for the past. Camilla's new style of handling royal duties has also raised eyebrows. On a royal trip to Italy, cameras caught her giving King Charles a little tap with her handbag to help him move along during conversations. It was a quiet way of steering him, something Queen Elizabeth used to do with her purse too. But for Camilla to do it openly showed she was stepping into a much more hands-on role. For William, who's known for his more reserved and respectful approach to public life, it probably felt like a very different tone from what he was used to. People close to the palace say William has stayed respectful, but he's also very focused on keeping the values his grandmother stood for. He believes in carrying forward her legacy, not rewriting it. So when changes come too fast or feel too personal, it's likely he feels uncomfortable, even if he doesn't say it out loud. William also knows the public still has mixed feelings about Camilla, and he's careful about how the monarchy appears to people. He's trying to keep things steady, especially with all the changes around Harry, Meghan, and the rest of the family. With Camilla making her own moves, he might feel the balance slipping a bit. At the end of the day, Prince William isn't trying to fight change, but he wants it to happen with care. He wants the monarchy to move forward without forgetting the values that kept it strong for decades.
I can't remember anybody except the Queen being there. It must have been so difficult for her being a solitary woman. There weren't women prime ministers or women presidents. She was the only one, so I think she carved her own role. She's got those wonderful blue eyes.
Behind all the fancy events and royal photos, the British royal family has been going through some serious tension. Things have not been smooth since Queen Elizabeth passed away. With King Charles now in charge and Camilla stepping up as queen consort, the family dynamics have shifted, and not everyone's happy about it. Let's start with Prince William. He's always tried to follow the rules and protect his grandmother's legacy, but when Camilla began making changes and stepping into a stronger role, it didn't sit well with him. Reports say that during public events, Camilla has even reminded William to be more respectful to his father, King Charles. That kind of behind-the-scenes tension isn't something people expect to see, especially not from a future king. Then there's the relationship between Camilla and Kate Middleton. These two women are key faces of the royal family now, but things between them haven't been very warm. Some insiders say Camilla doesn't want to hand over any responsibilities to Kate. That kind of power struggle can create a lot of stress, especially when the whole world is watching your every move. And of course, we can't ignore Prince Harry. His book Spare revealed a lot of private family drama. He talked about how he and William didn't want their dad to marry Camilla. He said it would hurt their late mother, Princess Diana's memory. Charles went ahead with it anyway, and that decision still hangs heavy in the background. Harry's words added more fuel to the fire. William had to deal with the fallout of those public revelations while also trying to hold the family together. It's clear that the royal family isn't on the same page right now. There's a lot of quiet conflict, personal feelings, and clashing opinions going on behind the scenes. Ever since Camilla stepped into the spotlight as queen, people have had a lot to say, and not everyone agrees. Some folks think she's doing a solid job. She's out there smiling, showing up at events, and staying strong while King Charles deals with health issues. But others, they're still not sold on her. A recent poll showed just how split everyone is. Around 30% of people think she should be called Queen Consort. Another 23% are okay with just Queen Camilla. Some still prefer the old title Duchess of Cornwall. And then there's a group that doesn't think she should have any royal title at all. So yeah, feelings are all over the place. The media is loving all of this. When Camilla went on the royal trip to Italy with Charles, she met the Pope, gave health updates about the king, and kept the spotlight calm and controlled. Some news outlets praised her for holding it all together, but not every headline was kind. Some reports brought up her past, like how she once didn't want to be queen or how she clashed with tradition. Others pointed out rumored tension with Princess Anne and even Kate. Social media, that's where things really get loud. One fan on X, formerly Twitter, posted, "Say what you want, but Camilla's been holding it down like a pro-respect." But right under that, another user fired back with, "Sorry, but I'll never call her queen. That title died with Diana." Someone else chimed in with a lighter take, "She's giving royal grandma energy, and honestly, I'm kind of into it." And then came the shade, "Why is she suddenly everywhere? Is this the Camilla show now?" Clearly, people have strong opinions. Some think she's finally proving herself. Others think she's trying too hard. Either way, she's at the center of attention, and nobody can stop talking about her. Whether they love her or not, Queen Camilla has become one of the most talked about women in the world. The drama isn't slowing down, and Queen Camilla's every move is still making headlines. From royal shifts to family tensions, this story is just getting started. Want more royalty? Hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to share this with someone who's keeping up with the crown.